to Tiana's Colouring Creations. So today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different because I've been someone in a colouring group on Facebook with me was really interested in the skin tutorial, so that is what I'm going to do today, but I'm going to do two different ones in the same video. So I'm going to do one for Polychromos and one for Prismacolors. I don't have the whole set of Prismacolors, but what I've got is obviously in the full set. I've got the 48 set plus some open stock ones. So I'll start with Polychromos. I've chosen some little pages from In Pocket Size Enchanted Faces by Lynn. Because they're small but they're big enough size that you can sort of see what I'm doing. So I'm new to talking tutorials. I have done a silent tutorial before, so you will have to bear with me. So I'll just get the okay. So as you can see, the colours I'm using are Ivory, Light Flash, Medium Flash for the like cheek areas, sort of the pinker areas, and then Venetian Red, and then white is optional. If you wanted to like use the ivory to blend out and then leave a white space and then blend it with white, you can do that, but I tend to just use the ivory pencil, but I put that there just in case. So what I do, so there's there, I get the Light Flash, which mine one's teeny tiny now, I use them a lot. So I do a light over all the skin area. I'm just going to do the face for the tutorial, but basically do a similar thing for the rest of the other areas. Sorry if you can't see very much at the moment because I am colouring very lightly. This is only a base layer. You can hear a whirry noise, that's my fan. Sorry, it was quite muggy today. When you work with mostly coverage, it doesn't matter if it's not completely neat for now because it will be neatened up anyway. So next I use the Venetian Red, which is the shadow colour. I have sometimes used the Parma Violet for shadows if I wanted a slightly deeper shadow, but this is my sort of main one I do. So you just go around the edges. Start sort of not hard, but deeper colour, and then sort of blend out lightly into the middle. And you just do that around the face. Obviously, like every face is different, so just sort of adapt it, like where the hair is and things like that. Take the shading just slightly under the eyebrow. Sorry if it is a bit shadowed. The lighting's not great. I don't know if that's better, but now my shadow's sort of there as well. We'll see how this goes. Okay. For the eyelids, I just sort of do a little shadow bit there and then sort of make it lighter. It doesn't matter about going on the black for now, you can neaten that back up later with like a black fine liner or something. So, cheeks, do that, and go slightly under the eye, and all the way way. This is just a very simple technique that I picked up from Colour with Claire, so this is not my own sort of technique, but I mean mine before was very similar, but I've sort of adapted it from Colour with Claire's tutorial, which you should definitely check out as well, because she does different combinations as well, which is quite handy, her different types of skin tones. I'll try and remember to link her tutorial below if I remember. So I've learned so much from Claire's videos, as have so many. Obviously you can adapt this to how you would like it, so if you want a slightly dark but more deeper shadow you can. Here, go under the mouth a little bit, make a sort of chin shadow there. Obviously Lynn's characters they just have a little dot for nose, so you can make a nose if you so wish. I mean I personally don't. I mean I do a sort of shadow here from like the eyes, but I don't make a nose as such. I know some people do with Lynn's pages, but I don't. The next colour is the medium flesh, and this is just to add sort of like blush colour. So start sort of hard and then go out softer. It doesn't have to be perfectly round, but it sort of blend it out into a sort of rounded shape to fit the cheek. And then I quite often put a little bit of this on the eyelids as well. Unless I'm doing sort of like eyeshadow, I'll use a different colour, but I don't. And then come back with the light flesh and basically try and blend it all, but leave some space obviously for the highlights with the Ivory. But like blending everything else, just trying to neaten things up. There's obviously no right or wrong way to doing this. This is just the way I do it. Some people have amazing skills. And yes, I've been coloring for 5 years, but it's taken 5 years to kind of adapt my skills. And so any beginner colorists, so don't lose heart. Like if you just practice. But like with anything, any new skill, if you just practice a little bit every day, your skills will develop, and you will gradually see an improvement. I sort of just make it up as I go along here, but obviously Lynn's characters aren't like overly realistic, so you've got some kind of freedom with things. Quite often try and leave a little bit of white around the cheek area. With the pressure as you go in the middle of the face. that Ivory and you just blend it all. And then if you wanted to do white highlights with the white pencil, you can leave a little bit of white space. But if you're just going to use the Ivory, you just go over everything. Just blend it all together. I tend to colour in like circles, circular movements. It's not always perfect circles obviously, but this way you get sort of even coverage over it, over the page. With Polychromos, they take a little bit more time than with like Prismacolors, because the Prismacolors just blend really easily. But if you just like layer it up and use like soft layers, you will gradually get a nice coverage with the Polychromos. So that's the Polychromos one. Obviously it looks a bit strange as the rest of the face isn't coloured, but I hope that's helpful for those of you that use Polychromos or have Polychromos. So I will just put this away and I will do the Prismacolor one. Okay, so the Prismacolors I'm using are white, light peach, Parma Violet, clay rose and blush pink. The blush pink's for the cheeks, again, like the medium flesh with the Polychromos. Nectar, I put a slash because I forgot I had that as an open stock one. But if you didn't have clay rose, you could use Nectar instead. Because that works just as well, but I'm going to be using clay rose. So, start off, like with Polychromos, you do a light layer of the lightest colour, which is light peach. So, there's a slightly smaller face on this one that you can see. And then the clay rose or Nectar, whichever you're using, and just do the shadows. So like, it's literally the same technique as before. Harder pressure, I mean medium pressure is probably better description, and then you go lighter. And again, a little shadow under the mouth with the chin. This all the way around the face. I'm using the same technique but just different pencils. this one we're using purple. You don't have to, but I like to as it adds sort of deeper shadows. So because this is a little bit darker than the clay rose, I kind of just put it in sort of darker areas of the face, so kind of at the top of the cheeks. I sometimes use purple with the Polychromos as well, but not always. But you can also, in this case, use it for like an eyeshadow effect. So you can peach. I'm going to start blending it, but not too much. Sort of shaping the cheeks and things on it. Blush pink, just to add the blush on the cheeks. And you can also put this in the eyelids to add different colour to the eyeshadow. Got the light peach again, and this time we're blending everything and blending out to white. Again, into the middle of the face. Prismacolors kind of blend themselves, so most of this is already sort of blended. And then get the white and just blend over the highlighted areas and anywhere else you think needs neatening up. Is the Prismacolor one. So I hope this was helpful. I'll find the other one now. So then that's the Polychromos and that's the Prismacolor. So I hope these were helpful. Please let me know in the comments if there's anything else you'd like to see, and if you have any questions. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.